And now Adam will share his thoughts.
Before I officially commence, just one small piece of housekeeping. Heath wants me to mention if you haven't contributed to the Wishing Well, especially those on JobKeeper, can you please do so? For those that don't know me, my name is Adam. I'm Heath's younger brother, and I have the privilege of being Heath's best man. I'm sure there's quite a few that I haven't yet met, especially Julie's extended family and friends. Benvenuto Pochis, quanto è bella Julie oggi. I would also like to welcome the random seat fillers due to Heath's English community not being able to fly over. Today I'm amazed at how far people are willing to travel for free food and drinks. I've been quite nervous thinking about speaking in front of over 200 people for, let's just say, almost 2 years now. So I pulled out my 2003 Toastmasters public speaking book. It mentions taking a few deep breaths to calm your nerves. And if all else fails, well, to picture everybody in the nude. So in believing that, bridesmaids, you girls look fantastic. And Paul Winslow, it's not that cold in here. Julie and Heath, third time lucky with a wedding date. I knew this date would eventually come, especially when it's been paid for. I know it's controversial, but in a way, I'm kind of glad the date got moved out. I mean, it gave me time to lose some excess baggage, which resulted in me losing 1 shirt size. Thanks, Tim Whitbourne, for picking up what I lost. For all you oldies out there, Heath and Julie met on Tinder. And those oldies that don't have the hearing aid turned up, I said on Tinder, not at Kinder. Tinder's a dating app. Other examples are Hinge, Bumble, and for Rhino over here, Grindr. He's the only person I know that has ever paid for Tinder. I guess it's paid off. When you swipe yes on everyone, you're bound to reel one in eventually. You're probably wondering how much I know so much about these. Well, it's because I'm on all of them. Now, I'd like to take you all back to Easter 2019 and Heath's proposal at the winery. After having lunch, Heath decided to take Julie for a walk close by the vines. Everyone in the vineyard caught on what was about to occur, especially when Heath wanted every angle captured on video and photos. When Heath dropped to his knee, we waited in anticipation. When Julie said yes and began to shed a tear, all the guys in the vineyard had their heads bowed and were gutted that Julie was now officially taken off the market. As for the ladies, in realising that Heath had just been officially taken off the market, well, they just simply carried on with their conversation. Heath, we first met in the 80s. In those early years, you had your Snoopy and I had my Sylvania family. My earliest memory of us is sitting next to our bunk beds and you sharing some of your marbles with me that you had won at school. You had the top bunk and I had the bottom bunk. I wonder if you still like it on top these days. I'm sure from an early age, Mum and Dad wondered if this day would ever come, especially when Mum caught you with chewing gum that you stole from the chemist and she made you take it back and apologise to Mr. Chandra. When I first heard that you had a new love interest, it was through Mum, and she said that you had mentioned to her, "I'm so excited about this one. I haven't felt so much energy and passion about going on dates with her." I thought to myself, well, that sounds promising. I haven't heard that from you before. I'll give it a couple of months. And then I met Julie, a young, good-looking girl that just stepped out of a new BMW, and I thought, Heath, you gold digger. With only 100 scored in your 15 plus years of playing cricket, it's not hard to say that you were well and truly batting above your average. Now, Heath, I want to take you back to a conversation we had while I was driving on the way home from our friend's wedding. I thought we were going straight home. However, you had a few drinks and wanted me to drop you off at a nearby station, so you could go into the city to catch up with a random girl. I tried to ingrain in you that you had a lot to offer. I mean, you thought you were funny. You somehow thought you looked younger than me with those big red cheeks. And you thought girls couldn't keep up with you on the dance floor. Is that why you went out with those sweatbands? So I tried to imply this to you to start going for a girl that is hardworking, has morals, intelligence, and great family values. You still insisted on the way home that I'd drop you at the station. However, I'm pleased to be finally standing here 13 years later. Heath, you married an Italian girl today. I'm sure you wish that you paid more attention in Italian class at high school and maybe continued this class beyond year 8, instead of drawing pictures all over Dario in your Avanti book. Your school hand-me-down books, to me, were sometimes more a hindrance than a help. It's an honour to be your brother and for you choosing me to be your best man. I wonder if you actually did choose me, or whether it was too hard for you to choose between all of your awesome mates. I think that's enough laughs from me about Heath. I don't want you to lose your laughter, just in case Tim Whitbourne has a joke or two. Heath, I'm very proud of you. You've achieved so much in your 41 years. However, this is your greatest achievement. I'm sure our older brother Jason would have a grin on his face now and be drinking one of Pop's home brews. Mum, you've waited a long time for one of your sons to get married.
I've got two. I'm waiting for another one.
I'm glad you had the willpower to give up the smokes all those years ago to be standing here today. You never had a daughter, but you now have a daughter-in-law.
No in-law, daughter.
Let's go to that. Dad, the courage and fighting spirit that you showed us in recent times has portrayed your love for your family. The values that you and Mum demonstrated from us from an early age are instilled with us today. Heath and I are so proud to call you both our parents. Julie, or should I say Mrs. Ewinger? Your dress is amazing. It's a great change from the pants that you wear in the relationship. Our first face-to-face meeting was when Heath decided he wanted to do the 26-kilometre bay-to-bay walk from Dramana to Cape Shank. I thought you were funny, and you had a six-pack in your tummy. I'm not sure why Heath wanted to test your fitness on this 26-kilometre walk with no brakes. Many people here wouldn't know that our families grew up only a few kilometres away in Templestowe. Last night I wondered if we had met in our teenage years growing up, which Ewinger you would have fancied. I then thought it wouldn't have been either of us, as Heath was the fat kid listening to his yellow Sony Walkman, and I was the skinny kid that Jan and Frank didn't feed. Julie, if you had met our grandma Umi, you would have instantly taken the title away from me of being her favourite. She would have always wanted to be in the kitchen with you whenever you were cooking. Julie, you're smart, loving, caring, and compassionate. And most importantly, you make my brother happier than I ever could. Now, Julie, Heath is the beneficiary of my entire estate, so I'm anticipating that you'll want this to continue. So my expectation is that I'll be over for home-cooked pasta quite frequently. Now, this next part, we'll give it a crack, so let's see how it goes. Julie, ha una familia fantastica, sono così accogliente, condivisibili e premurosi. Adoro passare del tempo con loro, inclusa la pesca con tuo padre. Penso che dovremmo iscrivere saluti a lezione di italiano. Se hai capito il mio l'italiano, fammi un applauso. Julie, I always knew you were very family orientated, and this was evident when you came to see our dad in hospital every single day and helped nurture him and assist in his rehab. Officially today, we're welcoming you to the family. However, I don't feel I need to welcome you to our family because you've been with us for the last 3.5 years.
She is our family.
I look forward to drinking more Shiraz with Uncle Tony, getting 2 kisses from Mother Teresa, watching Ben grow up alongside his parents Claire and Anthony, and I look forward to going speed dating again with Enza. But this time, remembering to keep a sick bag in my car for Enza's ride home. Mr. and Mrs. Ewinger, I can't wait for your marriage to begin. I look forward to watching you grow and prosper together, and hopefully there can be a little Ewinger running around in the near future. So if you wouldn't mind asking you guys to stand again so we can raise a toast.